Hello, everyone. In this section, we will look at controlling a loop with user confirmation or a Centennial value. Now, when you write a loop, you can have user input to control the termination of the loop. For example, you may have this continuation loop, and this is a character. And now you're going to prompt the user to enter a new character inside the loop, and then coming back to test this condition. So this condition is dependent on the user input. Every time the loop body is executed, you get a new input value. So this input value is used to control whether the loop should continue or not. Another common technique for controlling a loop is to designate a special value when reading and processing a set of values. This special input value is called a Centennial value. This value signifies the end of the input. A loop that uses a Centennial value to control its execution is called a Centennial controlled loop. Let's look at this example. We write a program that reads the input integer and calculates the sum of all this integer. The input ends when the user enters the integer 0. So this is to get the input. We get this input initially now. This is the input data. If data is not 0, we're going to add this data to sum. Sum is 0 initially. And now we prompt the user to enter another integer. So this continues until the user enters the value 0. So this 0 is the Centennial. We use the Centennial to control the execution of this loop. Now, what happens if you have a lot of data? So here we have only a couple of data here. So this is all we have. So this is what we have here. And we have this 4 numbers. So now let's see, you add more numbers here. So what you do now, you have more numbers here. You have a lot of numbers. So every time you run the program, you enter all these numbers. You can put all these numbers input in one file. And then from the command prompt, you can run the program by using this input redirection. Instead of getting input from the keyboard, you can get it from this input file. So let's look at this example right here. And this is the program, Java Centennial value. Now you're going to enter this values right here. This is the sum is 6. Now, if you have a lot of numbers, so you can put all the numbers into this input.txt. Now you can put a lot of numbers here. A lot of numbers here. So the last one is 0. So this is a lot of numbers. Okay. All right, so now you can run the program, Java Centennial value, and with this input.txt. And that is the input. The sum is this amount. And you can also save the output to a file, and using the output redirection here is the symbol to redirect it to a temporary file. So you can say this is a temporary file, txt, and now you can look at what is in this temp txt. So this is, so here's notepad. So this is the file. See, look, this is the file, and that is the input you have here. This is the sum here. That is all for this section. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video.